DeFi Association YouTube page. This is part of the Explainer series where we go through emerging technology, because those in Web3, you need to learn how to use not just the blockchain tools, but also AI tools as well. In this first one, it's all about privacy, and what we have seen historically is that a lot of people have just been using ChatGPT, whether you are in Web3 or you're in other industries as well, and it's really been not something that folks have looked at. And what I mean is that they've just been using ChatGPT without considering, the fact that you are training the model. Now, there's a few ways that you can actually have the ability to be private when using this public model, and we'll go through 5 of them. So I'm going to switch screens here so that you guys can actually see what it is. There's a thread, so you should be able to see that on screen now. So if you don't follow me already, it's Capta DeFi, CAPTDEFI, so decentralized finance. I'm still a big believer in all of that, even though my background is in data science and analytics. So what we can see here from this thread, and it will be in the show notes, so click below if you can't find it. Or if you are on Twitter, you can just go CAPT DeFi in the search bar and add the word privacy as well. And what you'll see is that this thread, you can see the Shrek character there, liking my privacy. There's 5 ways that I see privacy as being there. And it's important to look at all of these, because depending on the situation, it's going to mean a different thing for you and your business or project. So the first option is going to ChatGPT and actually turning on basically the stopping of history and training. So if we go to ChatGPT here, and we can take a look. So this will be my ChatGPT. Now they do have a new feature where you can hide the chats on the side, so I can turn those on and off. So if you are doing explainer videos, etc., then it's a good idea to do that. But we'll keep it on for now, because we want to go to the settings here. This is the first one. So you look at this and you can see settings. Now what you've got is data controls. We've got history and training on. We can turn that off. And what happens is that you miss out on all of this history and training. So it's a one-shot thing. It turns everything off. So basically that means that you've got, not only does your data go against, it's not there for training anymore. It doesn't go into training ChatGPT, where someone else could type something about what you've written potentially, and it comes up in the data. There's the hallucinations and all that kind of stuff. So definitely worth taking a look at that. But the problem with this one is that you remove the history as well. So we'll actually leave it on, because I want all my history there. There is another way that you can do it. You can either go to learn more here, and it takes you directly to the page that I'm going to talk about, or what you do, you go to the settings again, and instead you go to help and FAQ. This will take us to a new page on OpenAI. Now this page has a whole lot of questions that people have been asking, and the one that you want to look at is data controls FAQ. Now if you go to data controls, if we scroll down further, there is this form where you get to keep your history, but you disable model training. So if you click on that, there's a form there for Google, and you have the option to opt out. You fill in this form, you submit it, and basically it's supposed to, we're trusting them, we're trusting OpenAI, but it is supposed to stop your data from going into the model training. So those are the first 2 there. So you can see that option 1, option 2, and then the third option that we're going to take a look at, another privacy option, is simply by not stating real names, not stating company names, not stating clients or anything like that when you are putting data into ChatGPT. So if you were going to type something and you've got a client name, instead of the client name, you might say company A is blah, 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 looking to do this. You might be happy with your company name, in this case, Not Centralized is my company, and I could talk about what Not Centralized is going to do. However, if you do want to just keep that kind of information out of it, then it depends on how you type things. You could put everything into a Google Doc, and then potentially just find and replace for those company names. So that is certainly one thing that you could do there. Option 4 is to go directly to OpenAI and use the APIs. I've got Playground here in the image, but there are ways that you can actually use the APIs. And as of the date of this video, the 8th of July, 2023, now OpenAI has released for users of the APIs, you can access GPT-4 as well as GPT 3.5 Turbo. So that's a big win because there's more tokens and there's more context and reasoning that you can have basically for ChatGPT. Now that's the fourth option. The fifth option is using another service, and those other services are things like Cody AI. That's something where you can basically upload all of your business documents and you can have training specifically on that. It will be contextual only to that, but the thing is that you are trusting a third party to do it. So with option number 4, maybe you don't know how to build those things and do your own API, or you could actually ask ChatGPT to learn how to do it, and maybe it might be a bit of hit and miss there. Or you can use consultants, just like Not Centralized and the stuff that we're doing with certain clients. We're building things like basically an area where they can drag and drop documents and learn about those documents, and it's a private GPT model that is only for them, and it's contextual to the different users and the different people in the business. So if you're in marketing or if you're in operations, you might see different things depending on the context. So we're building things like that. That means that you as a client would actually own all of that data. But yeah, these are the 5 things. And if you're working in Web3, so for all the folks that are using ChatGPT for a lot of their content writing, operations, SEO, all of the above, or even smart contract auditing, you need to learn how to use these things. So it's certainly something that you need to be aware of. And if you are not using GPT in a private model, then yeah, definitely worth checking out the options here. So be safe out there, enjoy, and here's to the efficiency gains from using AI. Cheers.